So over the past few weeks, we've been taking a look at Respell, this new automation platform that is rivaling, well, kind of, not really, actually, the likes of Make and Zapier. And today we're going to take a look at one of its features called Web Summary. So essentially what it does, you give it a topic, you give it something, and it summarizes stuff from the web for you. We're going to take a look at this through the lens of real estate, because it's an easy example that everybody can relate to a degree. You gotta live somewhere, right? If you haven't done so already, do subscribe to the channel now so that you don't miss any future updates, and don't forget to ring that bell icon. My name is Alex. Let's take a look. All right, so in our typical fashion, let's go ahead and take a look at how this whole thing works. Honestly, I'm really pleased with how the solution has worked out so far. Essentially, what we really have to do is, you kind of have to give it an address. You can choose from a list of questions that you want answered, and then basically you just press generate summary after that, and that's all there is to it. So let's begin with something very simple. I'm just going to choose where is the nearest airport for a property. Let's say this one over here, Hanover Park. Immediately you'll see how it's going to say starting up, and then it will go into researching the web. This step takes a little bit of time because it goes through process of searching the web. It compiles a bunch of information, not just the first result from search results. It goes deeper than that. And in order to find the answer to the question that you've asked it. So now it's summarizing. Finally, after a few seconds, we'll see the summary. Here we go. Let's take a look. Research report. Where's the nearest airport? The nearest airport is London City Airport, approximately 5.2 miles away from the property. And there's also a source. Now, you see, it also adds a little bit extra to the response, where it is also telling us a little bit about the crime rate. Now, I've also set it up so that if there's any negative things to say about this particular address, like it's really polluted or there is a lot of crime or something like that, it will always prefix that response with like a little warning sign emoji. Now, I didn't ask it this question, but I feel like it felt that we should know. So now, let's take a look at asking it a few more questions and see how that comes up. Let's ask it an extra question. I'm just going to clear all of that. And I'm going to ask it, let's say, where's the nearest hospital? Properties. And let's do Hanover Park again. And web summary. Okay. Question 1. The nearest hospital is Moseley. Okay. The nearest airport is City. Okay, this time you can see that it hasn't really added anything about the crime rate. No specific, this is funny, no specific information regarding crime rate. So, Okay, so that's roughly how this whole thing works in a nutshell. Let's try some other addresses and more questions. So let's ask it about the nearest supermarket, and let's ask it about the nearest park. Why not? Let's check out Sonorus in the States. Now, what I've noticed during my testing of the system is that it knows some areas better than others, or I guess the web results for some areas are better than others. So this works outstandingly well for places like the UK, like the US, where there's a lot of data basically about those places. Now, for places like where I am in Cyprus, it's not really great. So I had a few hit and miss results with researching addresses in Cyprus. So just take note of that. And okay, summarizing, let's see what this says. Occasionally will not stick to the questions. Like in those two cases, it's fairly consistent and gives us, answers to the questions that we've asked them. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. Sometimes, rarely, it will not stick to the questions and it will just give you like some weird summary. But just, at that point, just delete it, rerun it, and it should be fine. Occasionally, this takes place. But anyway, The nearest hospital is St. Clair. Nearest airport is Pittsburgh. Supermarket is Rutherford Market. Okay, cool. Okay, so there's the Millennium Park and the Simmons Park. In a nutshell, this is roughly how the whole system works. It's not super complicated to basically just ask a bunch of questions, select which ones you want, and then press play, obviously. Let me skim over very quickly over the automation setup. So basically we have two parts to this. We have the make part, which sends data to Respell. So then in Respell, we basically go through a lot of things that summarize, research, and send data back to make using this part 2 automation that basically takes the summarized data and pushes it back to Airtable. That's basically it. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This was a really fun integration to make. Let me know in the comments what you think of this setup. I've got a lot more planned to do with Respell and Make, and more sort of like in the realm of real estate, and maybe we'll take a look at some social media management like TikTok, OnlyFans, we'll see. So yeah, until the next time, thanks.